Okay, let's see here then. This will be Scars versus Fav. We're going to be able to see Scars is scoring 2 to 5. It's pretty bad now that they don't have actually a solid hunter. So they're rotating through Budio and Milaike quite a lot. But we're going to be seeing Fav shaking here once again. That Ivy of his is pretty strong. It is honestly speaking really strong. So this Ivy against Scars, we're going to move on straight towards game 1 then. We're going to be up against Psycho, Mercenary, Antiquarian, and of course the Embalmer. Now for this team, it is pretty tiable, especially with how tanky we are, but it also depends on how far Cash can go. Because right now we're 20 stack, but it seems like our Phantoms are moving pretty fast as well across the map. So all what it matters now is basically just where can we go from everyone else. It seems like GNK here will be caught a little bit, as we did get 61 stacks of fear immediately. Now we're just trying to use the Phantoms to catch up here as soon as we can, but even so, what we still have to take into consideration is there's still a chance that this Embalmer is going to be able to play mind games with you. We're going to be able to get that 100 stack immediately here too. We wanted that extra maybe 5 or 10 when we get into that Astrocon range, but you know what, just being able to get that revelation on towards the Embalmer is more or less good enough. This Embalmer does have Flywheel though, and of course he does have a Coffin, but it seems like for Shaking right now, map controlling is priority. Anti-Kearney middle here will be locked away, and it seems like Anti might just have to rotate out here once again. Blink is ready for our Embalmer, but we can also leech on towards Embalmer as well if you don't really want to use Blink. So right now, that's a speed boost there being used on another Flywheel out. I feel like for Shaking, probably would have been better if we waited until the speed boost ended before we leech, because we definitely would have been able to get at least 60 stacks even with Flywheel there. Now then for GNK, ooh, the Blink miss, but we're going to be able to get the Revelation on just to cancel the Vault over. Any interactions will be stopped when you get Revelation on you, so now things will just be a tiny bit more different. We're going to teleport straight towards the middle where Antiquarian was just leeched. GNK here will be caught up here pretty fast, but at least the good news is it's not until under 20 seconds before we can get leeched. Again, we did get 40 stacks there immediately as well. Very nicely done there by Shaking. But even so, I don't think we can jump down there just yet. We're going to stick upstairs, but GNK was not looking down, so that is more or less of a player fault. And we did see a small smile there from GNK as well, just realizing what he's done. But aside from that, let's see here. Tie game, still pretty doable. We're just missing the last 2 Cypher machines, but with Mercenary, 1 extra tie turner there as well. It should be okay. Unless Anti-Current is going to become the next chase, in which I don't think will happen, because it's just not worth it. Especially when spin is applicable for this Anti-Current as well. Cypher machine will be able to pop in middle. That's good news. Now we're trying to look for Mercenary. For Merc right now, we're trying to just get a little bit more. That's going to be a immediate hit. Can we elbow pad out? We didn't need to elbow pad out. 99 stacks. Just about enough, I won't lie. Just about enough. Now for Embalmer right here, the moment he gets on stairs, it's going to be a long day. A really long day here. Especially for Ivy. But even so, yes, you're up there immediately. That's going to be a immediate 100 stack as well, because there was the Ostracon near the chair. So he did get quite a lot of stacks. If he would decide to jump down instead, maybe it could have been a lot more different. But it's really just, you need to think fast in that scenario. So I would say as well, right, Shiken didn't really give that much room to play for the survivors. And now, one last Cypher remaining. That 76% Cypher machine is decoded by Psycho. But even for Psycho right now, we did give Empathy just for Mercy to be healed up. But I don't think Mercy necessarily needed it. Right, as we change targets here immediately towards Anti-Current. Mercy is near that side, but I would say, right, best case scenario here is 1 Cypher machine for a Cypher as Survivor. Sorry, a Survivor as Cypher. Lol, I said it the wrong way. For Anti, right? For Anti, all we need to do is to keep spinning. If we can keep spinning and look maybe towards the left instead of the right, there's a huge chance that we're going to be able to contain for a really long time. But if we decide to play around here for quite a long time, I feel like it's just not worth it for Shaking. Shaking's trying to find find a space. He's trying to find momentum where you can catch the survivors off guard. But if we leech on towards Merc, unless you teleport over, I don't necessarily think he's going to use that elbow pad of his, especially with the fact that he has 2 on him. But that's going to be a medium 100 stack there on towards Psycho. As you saw there as well, right, Green Pin is just a lot more different. The moment you leech is the moment you immediately teleport, and you can't even Flywheel because you can just use Revelation on the Phantom as well. So like for that scenario here, it's understandable why Cat didn't flywheel. But now, as we do see too, there's just that Cypher Machine is 73% decoded by decoded by Antiquarian, it seems. But for Anti, the good news at least, right, for Anti is she's the one that doesn't have Tie Turner, not Tie Turner, Borrow Time, and Mercenary can still at least rescue one more time. And the Cypher Machine is just about to prime tier as well, so as long as Anti can get out here on time, that's all what really matters. But also at the same time, we have to be very careful of what we do, as we're going to teleport over to the other side right now. We're trying to look for where Antiquarian is. Antiquarian, that is a max health Anti, by the way, and that also is an Antiquarian with a full item, with basically 90 plus item stacks, as Mercenary is also on his way for the rescue. But for Mercy here, as of now, what we have to, what Mercy has to do is to stick near a chair or an exegate, excuse me. And Psycho also needs to be at 1 as well. So for the survivors here, endgame, 1 exegate each. That's all what it matters right here. It doesn't matter whatever else you do. All what that matters is 1 exegate each. Antiquarian is really smart here for starting up a new Cypher Machine as well, just so that Merc and Psycho can play around a little bit just by running said decoding. For Anti-Ryan, that Cypher Machine being at 76% is absolutely godly. That's absolutely what we want as well. But it seems like for now, 55 stacks on towards the Antiquarian, and we probably should be able... No, we're going to teleport out towards the Cypher Machine instead. Okay. We're trying to look for more. For Shiking, if he really wants to look for more, he should have injured Antiquarian and make Antiquarian stay at half health, so you can at least maybe blink Anti down to force that flywheel out. But Shiking doesn't know that it's an Antiquarian that has flywheel with knee-jerk reflex. That's the only issue. We did manage to get a revelation on towards Merc. Good. And of course, that will be a normal hit there too. Now, the only issue for Mercenary now is that 58 stack kind of hurts. That 58 stack actually hurts a lot, but it's actually slowly dropping down anyway, so it doesn't matter anymore. We're going to be able to pop open a Cypher Machine, and Psycho needs to leave. A flywheel would be nice, but it seems like we won't need that just yet. And all what Merc has to do is stay upstairs in 2-story. All what Merc has to do is to stay upstairs in 2-story. That's what I feel like that's honestly all what Merc has to do. But if we teleport out here, it seems like we try to catch Antiquarian off guard. We thought that Anti was actually going over to get rid of the Ostrakon. Now, let's just see what Merc decides to do. We still do have one more elbow pad, but we won't teleport over just yet. I don't necessarily think that actually locked the full exit gate, but it seems like we're going to teleport over anyways for Shiking, just so we can stop the gate from being decoded. Now, if we can buy enough time, alright, and I mean this, if we can buy enough time until there's maybe 30 seconds of detention left, you can go rescue as the Merc, and Antiquarian with the support as well. Because even with Psycho there, she was only first time on chair, so she still does have the second one. Meanwhile, Takoyaki currently at the dungeon. We're going to teleport back here one more time. If Shiking does not choose to strike it within the next 30 seconds, this will be a huge brawl from the survivor side where they can get a 3-man escape. So, 52 seconds left on the clock here for detention. 52 seconds left on the clock for detention. Shiking still on the run, still trying to find this Antiquarian. We do have Blink ready though, that's the good news. But now the question is, will Anti be able to flywheel the Blink? I don't think so. I think it's a bit hard, but the good news is that the... you overstep. You overstep. No. This isn't how the script was meant to go. This wasn't how the script was meant to go. Excuse me. We teleported over straight towards Cat right now. Cat, Psycho currently on the run as well, but we didn't use Blink just so we can potentially speaking blink Cat down and teleport over straight towards Mercenary. There's 10 seconds left on the clock, so we're going to blink open immediately just to get that Psycho down. But knowing where Merc is on the other side as well. Okay, we do see where Merc is. We do see where Antiquarian is, but guess all what we need to do here now is to teleport straight on towards Antiquarian. That's all what we need to do. We need to teleport straight on towards Antiquarian, but Antiquarian having no fear stacks left on her hands, I feel like that would be the slight issue. If you had fear stacks, that might be a little bit better for you, but right now it seems like we want Merc to come into rescue, but Merc needs to open an exit gate first before anything else has happened, but it doesn't seem like that will be possible, because if we decided to open the gate first, then if this is a Terror Shock, it'll be GG's. I'm just gonna say, if that is a Terror Shock, that's GG's. That's 100% GG's. We're currently waiting around. That's a Terror Shock. No. That's gonna be Merc. Not down. Just about down. Okay, that's fine. I'm quite sure the Ostrakon near this area should be gone soon, but we? Can we? Aye, the flywheel came in just about on time. Okay, good. 4-second disarm. Okay, just a little bit more time here for us to play around him, but it seems like Psycho will be caught off guard here once again as well. Well, Merc will be found, but that simply just means that we can find Psychologist immediately, who has 25 stacks on her hands. That's Anti-Current opening Exegator as well, but she can't get it open on time because once again, this is Ivy that we're talking about. It seems like we only want to get one out, so we're gonna get Psycho to stay nearby just so Anti-Current can force ourselves out. But even so, can we see where the other one is? We might not. If we can get a 1-minute hit, that would be for the best. So we can teleport back here immediately, and that's gonna be Mercenary Rescue. Mercenary pulled the ball out of range, but even so, we can probably have to go over towards Mercenary here first. Anti down. Okay. We might chair Anti first then. We should chair Anti first then. No, we're not chair Anti first. We're going to teleport back here once again to eliminate Psycho as she's the one dead on chair. Good. Even if Anti-Current is able to make it up, yeah, she can get leech. So that's a 3-man elimination for Shaking. Let's congratulate this. And I would love to see the heart rate on this. But moving on to our second half. Okay, Burio will be coming out here for Scars. It's a little bit hard here for Opera to play, right? Just note that this is Opera before nerf as well, so we're going to be able to see the Acrobat, Weeping Clown, Gardener here alongside with First Officer. That's 2 Tie Turners with triple knee-jerk reflex here. That's a Flywheel and a Tie Turner used on the Weeping and the Acrobat, which simply just means no borrow time on these 2 strong containment characters. Now, we move on straight towards the game. Last game was a 3-man elimination done by Shiking from Fav. Now it's going to be Burio's time. Let's see if we can actually return that since it's still round 1 after all. That will be Acrobat's first Fireball, not Fireball, Mud Ball used. But the good news is that Mud Ball did slow us down quite a lot as well. So for Burio, it's not that easy for him to actually chase up towards this on Acrobat. And for Acro, we have another ball ready. We're going to be able to get straight to the side, but that's a hit right over the pallet. Okay, a little bit iron-headed there, it seems. Decide not to go straight towards the other side because there was remnants left nearby, and Apai is left by himself in an open area. We do have ball ready just about now. That's going to be a white ball vault over, but we didn't go towards the pallet immediately. Ooh, that's a bit fast. Initially, I was saying Opera was actually pretty slow, but never mind. This is a little bit faster than I thought it would be. So as of now, that is First Officer nearby, but it seems like we do see where Weeping Clown is as well, but okay. I would like to know that this is Weeping Clown before his decoding nerf. So this is still like 10% decoding debuff instead of 15%. But that's Weeping Clown Cypher Machine done at least, which is the nice part. We did at least manage to abnormal that. And it seems like for First Officer here, not First Officer, that looked, I thought that was First Officer, lol. For Apai here, I don't think we're able to contain anymore, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit harder there to contain. So with that in mind, that's going to be our Acrobat down once again, but we've only finished 1.5 Cypher Machines. Not good. Not good at all. Not only that, Abnormal is ready in 50 seconds, so I feel like by the time Appa is actually eliminated, it probably will be only 2.5 Cypher Machine decoded if we're not going to be able to finish the other 2 Cypher Machines on time. Because that Abnormal is basically a life sentence to a really good game for the Hunter and a really bad game for the Survivors. Right? So they do go hand in hand. They still do go hand in hand. We still do have Trump card as well to change to teleport. That's me immediately hit on towards Dacho. We don't stand still. We don't stand still. I don't know what happened there, but we don't stand still. That's going to be First Officer. 1 pocket watch used, 1 pocket watch left. Good news. Bad news, we're barely done the second Cypher. So if Budio finds the right Cypher Machine here, it would be another instant abnormal kick. But it seems like we're not really looking for that right now. We might try to blink Dacho down. I think blinking Dacho down isn't a bad idea. Nesu's also nearby as well. But now the question is, who's the one that has to come into rescue? Because we've only 1 Tie Turner. Well, we've 2 Tie Turner, but are you really gonna get a Weeping Clown to come into rescue him when he doesn't have borrowed time? It's a little bit risky there, especially when a Hunter realized. But Budio there, a little bit slow on that not Wind Walk. Forgot what that was called. Shadow Strike, yes. A little bit slow on that Shadow Strike. And Nerisu, there we go. That's the pattern we were looking for. I don't think you're going to be able to win, right? The part of mind games of going... Okay, I wouldn't have teleported. I mean, the Cypher wasn't even shaking, so I really wouldn't have teleported. We see Thatcher here once again. Someone who we didn't want to chase, but we have to commit now. So that's the Oofus Doofus news. But I don't know if Budio knows that they're missing quite a lot of Cypher machine because they weren't decoding as much. But that's going to be Dacho. Last one to use. Never mind, that's actually someone you do want to chase. And we don't get anything over. That's fine. We're gonna Shadow Dance over there, which isn't a really good idea because pretty easily predicted, I won't lie. It is pretty easily predicted. Hey, okay. Hey, okay. I guess thick-headed Opera will always win. I guess Iron Head Opera will always win. We just aren't afraid of pallet stuns at all on towards the head, eh? That is a tie turner on Weeping. But if Weeping really comes into rescue, I feel like we might Shadow Dance back here. We will. Okay, good news, we will. Will Weeping Clown pull? No, not just yet. We might have to pull now. We have to pull now. We have to pull now. Hey, wait a second. We cancelled it early. Why? We can get a double down here. Hold on. This is so double downable. But hold on, that knee-jerk reflex saved us. Never mind. When was Opera Singer hitbox that big? Ooh, step back a little bit too much. I won't lie to you about that. But that should going down as well. Okay, they're not missing much. If you look at the Cypher machine in total, they're not missing much. They're only missing 50% plus another 40%, right, from the other two 80% Cyphers. But this will be a guaranteed 3-man. Let's just put this out on the table. Guaranteed 3-man elimination. 4-man elimination is 99%. You have teleport. So like if Felix really self-heals and goes to decode, it's a teleport out for Budio and things happen. Unless Felix manages to kite 5 Cyphers, then it'll be a whole different story. But we're playing really carefully here, aren't we? We're not willing to hit the bubble just yet, but it seems like we want to block the way here as well. Okay, I'm gonna go towards the other side, so that's not a no damage rescue anymore. Very nicely done by Budio. I feel like Nelisu could have gotten through. Unless the bubble was an issue, but I don't think bubbles are an issue when it comes to passing through hunters. But Felix is still down on the ground. First officer, no items left. It's really unrealistic here to contain for long. Like, two pallet stuns. 2 pallet stuns is what we need. Okay, pallet stun number 1, that's fine, but we can't really get towards the next pallet, which is a little bit of an issue. Can we get towards the next pallet? We can't. That's not the pallet I was asking for, actually. Yeah, that was not the pallet I was looking for. But Gardner wasn't decoding, that's one. Felix is still on the ground. So what they're looking for right now is to bleed out and allow Gardner to escape by herself. That's what we are currently looking at, right? And it seems like we don't really see where Weeping Clown is as well, so that's good news, at least for Fav. But for Budio, genuinely speaking, you have so much time. As of now, you have so much time. But what they're probably planning on doing now is to get that, what are we gonna do? We're planning to get Felix to 99% bleed rate. But the only issue here is if we let Gardner stay on the ground as well, Felix will be forced to self-heal anyways. But at least I guess Gardner will be able to... No, you just share Gardner. Because like the bleed tragedy is really counterable. Yes, Felix stays on ground. But the only slight issue here is all what you need to do is to keep Gardner near you. And when Felix is almost about to be bled out, what you do is you chair Gardner and then you go out to look for Felix. Especially as a hunter like Opera, it's not that hard to go through the whole map. That's also another thing as well, right? It's not really that hard to go across the whole map. Now, if it was any other hunter, possibly speaking, it would have been possible, right? It could have been possible if it was any other hunter, but this, no, not really. And Felix still not using himself either. Unfortunately, it will be a 4-man elimination here for Fav. They did get a 3-man elimination from their hunter, but let's congratulate Scars here for getting that 4-man. Let's move on straight towards the next game.